Okay, I've been doing a little testing with the Newman motor this evening. Looks fascinating, doesn't it? Well, what I've actually done is swapped out the huge Fisher and Paykel motor for this little stepper motor, and it's running quite well, but it's not putting out quite as much power as I'd hoped, at least proportionally speaking to the input power. So let's have a look. What have we got here? A whisker with 500 volts going in at about 5 or 6 milliamps. So a couple of watts, a bit over actually, not entirely brilliant, but what I'm going to do is load this down with a single globe. Here the note change a little. That's only a 3 watt globe, or a 5 watt globe, but either way I suspect it's only using about 1 or 2 watts at the moment. The load has changed slightly, but only very slightly. Yeah, it's gone up to about 9 milliamps at the same voltage. So we can determine a few things. The numbers are pretty small, they're not mind-blowing. The excess load that occurs on the generator, or on the power supply, is made up for with the output. So in that respect it's quite efficient. But we need to do a few more tweaks, and that's okay, plenty more ideas. Because ultimately we want a lot more torque from this machine. And I think we can get it with the next version, which is going to be a lot larger. But I thought I'd see what we can do with this one whilst it's still up and running, see what we can learn. Allegedly, what's actually possible, something that I should try after I have a shower perhaps, is wrap a whole pile of wire around the outside of the core, and quite a bit of that energy is also supposed to be recoverable that way. And I suspect it probably is, but just how much remains unclear. I've also got a few experiments to run with the ground rods. Previously I found anything approaching high voltages, several thousand volts, is pretty good for extracting electrons from the ground and consuming them in the load. But at 550 volts, I'm not quite sure how well that's going to work. I'm going to try some higher RPMs as well. And yeah. Re-upload in a couple of days and see how it's all coming along. Peace. Okay, here we are a few minutes later, and I thought while I'm here I may as well show you what it's like to apply a heavier load. So I managed to find a 3 volt globe, and what I'm going to do now is attach it some way pertinent. So as you can see, that spins down quite quickly and spins up quite quickly. But currently the input is sitting on about 5 milliamps, give or take, at just under 400. So I haven't actually tried this yet because I turned the camera off from the last video about 90 seconds ago, but let me try and juice the panel right up and see if it can actually sustain that load. Excellent! I told you something would explode in the next video, and I didn't actually mean to do that. I'm not sure I have any more of those light globes. It's kind of fun. But yeah, anyway, true to my word, something exploded. See you next time.